Why do they breadcrumb you? They don't disappear, but they don't stay either. They give you just enough attention to keep you from letting go. A message here, a reaction there, and right when you start getting your head back, they show up again. Not because they changed and not because they suddenly care more, but because they know exactly what they're doing. That's breadcrumbing, and if you're dealing with it, you need to stop pretending it's something deeper than it is. It's not confusion. It's not bad timing. It's a pattern, and it works because you keep responding. You already felt something was off. You saw the pattern. They disappear, then come back with just enough to pull you back in. You start thinking maybe this time is different. Maybe they're ready now. Maybe they finally realized what they lost. But nothing actually changes. Same behavior, same inconsistency, same empty effort. And somehow, you're still entertaining it. Here's the truth most people avoid. They are not confused. They are not trying to figure things out. If someone wants to be with you, you won't be guessing. You won't be decoding messages, and you won't be sitting there analyzing gaps in communication. They'll be consistent. They'll show up, and they'll make it clear. So if that's not happening, stop giving them the benefit of the doubt. What they're doing is keeping access to you without giving you anything real. They don't want the responsibility of a relationship. They don't want to invest, and they don't want to show up fully, but they do want to know that you're still there, that they can still reach you, that if they send a message, you'll answer, and that if they come back, you'll open the door. That's control. Not love, not connection, control. And control feels good to them because it costs them nothing. No effort, no consistency, no accountability. They get access to your attention, your time, and your emotions without earning any of it. And as long as you keep responding, they have no reason to change. Sometimes it's not even about you. It's about their ego. They reach out just to see if you'll respond, just to check if they still have that effect on you. If you'll still engage, if you'll still give them that same energy. And the moment you do, they get what they came for. That quick fix of validation. That reminder that they can still get your attention. And once they get it, they disappear again, because they were never there to build anything in the first place. Now this is where you get stuck, because part of you keeps asking the same question. If they didn't care, why do they keep coming back? And that question keeps you hooked, because you're trying to assign meaning to behavior that isn't that deep. They come back because you're available, because it's easy, and because you haven't closed the door. Not because you're the one, and not because they had some realization. Because you're still an option. And that's the part you need to accept. You are being treated like an option, not a priority, not a clear choice, an option. Something they can come back to when they feel like it. Something they can tap into when they're bored, lonely, or need attention, and then leave again when they're done. You keep thinking maybe if you respond differently, maybe if you don't push, maybe if you just go with the flow, things will change. But the situation is not unclear. You just don't like the answer, because the answer is simple. If they wanted more, they would be doing more, consistently, without you having to guess. Breadcrumbing only works because you allow it to work. Every time you reply, every time you entertain it, Every time you act like it might turn into something, you're reinforcing the behavior. You're showing them that minimal effort is enough, that they don't have to do more, because you'll still be there even when they do less. And this is where you need to take responsibility. Not blame, responsibility. Because you can't control what they do, but you can control what you accept. You're not stuck because they're breadcrumbing you. You're stuck because you keep picking up the crumbs and consuming them. You already know what real interest looks like. It doesn't look like inconsistency. It doesn't look like disappearing, and it doesn't look like effort only when it's convenient. Real interest is consistent, it's clear, and it shows up fully. So if someone is only showing up in pieces, and that's all they're offering you, pieces, you have to decide if that's enough. Because waiting for crumbs to turn into something real is how you waste your time. At some point, you have to stop hoping and start paying attention, not to what they say, not to the occasional message, but to the pattern. The pattern tells you everything. If they come and go, they're not serious. If they only show up when it suits them, they're not invested. If you feel confused more than you feel secure, that's your answer. So here's the bottom line. If someone is breadcrumbing you, it's not because they don't know what they want. It's because they know exactly what they're getting without having to give you anything real. And if you keep accepting that, nothing is going to change. Because people don't step up when what they're already doing is working. So either you keep playing along, or you stop responding and let the situation end. But don't sit there trying to figure out what it means. It means exactly what it looks like. And once you stop making excuses for it, you'll see it clearly. And once you see it clearly, you'll want the whole loaf or nothing at all.